You know why people drink water or why it's so important? Every single one of us are human, therefore, we require water to live. That's why I think it is important to understand the true value of water. As a teenager, I wasn't aware of how truly important water was in our diet, and I feel like that goes for a large percentage of our population. In this speech, I will be discussing the importance of water, the consequences of lack of water, and ways that you can incorporate water more into your daily routine. First, let me inform you of how important water is for the body. The human body is composed of mostly water. According to the USGS, up to 60% of the human body is water. They also say that the brain and the heart are composed of 73% water. The lungs are 83% water. The skin is 64% water. Muscles and kidneys are 79% water, and even bones are composed of mostly water. When anybody thinks of bones, they're not going to think of water, they're going to think of how strong they are and calcium. But even they contain water. So everything here, except bones, contains more than 50% water. That means that our entire body requires more than half water. So, now that you know why it is important for our body to have water, let me inform you of what can happen if the body does not get enough water. This is when dehydration begins to occur. According to Taylor Corey, 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated. So that is 3/4 of the American population. That is millions upon millions of people who are dehydrated. What can happen when the body is dehydrated, you might ask? Well, according to the University of Rochester, it can lead to kidney damage, brain damage, and even death in extreme instances, and many more consequences. Because the body needs mostly water, not having water can cause all sorts of havoc on the body. The body cannot do its processes like it's supposed to if it does not have water, if it's not at its full capacity. And it's easy to not incorporate enough water into your daily diet through work, through exercise, through areas where water is hard to reach. So now that you know what can happen when the body does not receive enough water, let me show you some preventative ways of becoming dehydrated. Number one, drink fluids throughout the day. Water is the best fluid to intake. Of course, you can get water through all sorts of drinks. They're just not going to have as much water as just water itself. According to Harvard Health, a general rule of thumb for a healthy person is to drink 2 to 3 glasses every hour, or even more if you're sweating, of course, like through working or exercise or any time that you're outside and you're sweating a lot, you're going to want to drink more water an hour. And remember, water is not a one fix for all. So everyone drinks the different amounts of water. One can actually end up drinking too much water and it becoming toxic on the body. So it's best to check with your physician to determine the best amount of water for you. So now that you know of ways to prevent dehydration, let me tell you of some ways that you can incorporate more water into your daily routine. These are tips from the CDC. The CDC recommends carrying a refillable water bottle throughout the day. If you go on the internet right now, you can find actually water bottles meant for the entire day. It will tell you how much you're supposed to drink per hour, and it's labeled up all down the side of the bottle so you can maintain the amount of water that you're supposed to be drinking. Another way that you can incorporate more water is if you're at meals, choose water over sugary drinks. Like if you're going to a restaurant or something and you would like to incorporate more water into your diet, choose water over like a Coke or something. And then you could actually freeze water bottles for the entire day. So by the time it starts melting, you have fresh cold water right there ready for you. All in all, water is truly important for our bodies. Without water, the human body cannot do its processes that it needs to maintain homeostasis. Most of the body is made with water. Without it, mankind would soon come to exist. So, the purpose of this was to inform you the importance of water and how to prevent becoming dehydrated if you are becoming dehydrated, and ways to incorporate more water into your diet if you would like. This by any means is not meant to persuade you one way or the other. Enjoy your sugary drinks. I know I enjoy mine. I am one who drinks Cokes on a daily basis, so I'm not one to talk. But this is meant for informational purposes. It is not meant to persuade you in any sort of way. So thank you for listening, and have a blessed day.